What's going on YouTube? Today we got a review of the Darmoshark M3. It's in white. I picked it up a few months ago. I put a couple hundred hours on it. It's been my main. Recently I swapped off of it just because it feels so big for my hands. It's coming in at around 55 grams on my scale. The stock skates are pretty trash. They've also fallen apart, so I've had to replace them multiple times. The scroll wheel, it's got some issues, but feels relatively nice. Decently defined steps. The clicks, here's the clicks. So overall, the shape, it feels really big. Here's it compared to something like a Viper Ultimate. It's a lot higher. The hump is a lot larger, if you can tell. It's a lot bigger. The side buttons are pretty good for Fortnite, which is my main game. So they work fine. It's 1000 hertz. You can get a 1000 hertz. You can get a 4K dongle, and they have the software. Alright, so here's the software. You got the mouse, just looking at it. You got the changing for buttons. You got the DPI sensors and pulling rate, macros, and here's the mouse settings. For this mouse to be good, you have to change the settings. The default settings are pretty trash. You need to have your lift off distance at whatever you want, personal preference. You need to turn off ripple, turn on angle snapping, and turn on motion sync. And so what I'm guessing esports mode does, even though I haven't noticed the difference, is it takes the battery and it puts everything towards the clicks and make it as low as you can. Debounce time, you want to put that at 0 milliseconds, and I have not had any slam click issues. I haven't had any double clicking issues, so it's been pretty good at 0. And here's it compared to the Viper Mini as well, and which is what I've switched back to recently, the Viper Mini. I'm going to be trying to get a Lamzu Maya or a Ninjutsu Sora pretty soon. The wireless implementation feels absolutely fine. Feels like any other wireless mouse that came out in 2023. And here's the cord and the dongle. It's got a nice little logo on it. 1K dongle, works with any other dongles. For the price I paid, for the price I paid for the Darmoshark M3, which was $35, new on Amazon, I'd say it's pretty good. You can get something like the Attack Shark V3, which I know should be a little better. Attack Shark is a decent bit smaller. It's actually a lot smaller. It also weighs only 49 grams. So the M3 feels really big in your hands, especially if you're used to something like a Viper Mini. You can definitely tell it's like double the size, and it definitely has more curvature and more of a hump than the Viper Ultimate. Here's it versus the Harp Ace, which is a very big mouse. And it's roughly the same size, but the Harp Ace does have more of a hump. So my final thoughts on if you should get the Darmoshark M3 is pretty much, if you have a set budget, you have big hands, and you don't mind the absolute trash skates, then I'd say pick it up. If you have smaller hands, get the Attack Shark X3, obviously. But I can't say for $35 that this is a bad mouse, because it's just not. I haven't had any issues with it. The battery life is pretty okay. It's got about 5 days of 4 to 5 hours use a day, for me at least, at 1000 hertz. You can use it in Bluetooth or wired or 2.4, so it's tried. And yeah, as I said, $35, you can't really go wrong with it if you have bigger hands and you like to claw grip or even palm grip. You can palm grip it. Fingertipping this mouse is pretty much impossible because it's just so big. And that's going to be the end of the review for the Darmoshark M3. If you guys enjoyed, like and sub, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you.